So looking at problem number 1 ounce of cheddar cheese contains 9 grams of fat and 6 grams of fat or saturated fats. Find the ratio of saturated fats to total fats in an ounce of cheese. So right here it tells us that's going to be our numerator and that's going to be our denominator. And if we look at the given information, then we have 1 ounce of cheddar cheese contains 9 grams of fat, so that is our total, and 6 grams of fat is our saturated. And so if we go to do our ratio there of saturated to total, then we are going to have 6 over 9. And if we reduce that, that's a ratio of 2 to 3, or it can be written as 2 to 3. Number 2, the ratio of goats to sheep at a university research farm is 4 to 7. The number of sheep at the farm is 28. What is the number of goats? So if we say that the ratio is goats to sheep, then we'll be able to say that that is 4 to 7. And then if we are told that the total number of sheep at the farm is 28, then that means that the sheep are located, the number of sheep are located in the denominator, so that's going to go there. And what we're looking for is the number of goats, which will go there. And so now we're ready. We've got a proportion set up, so now we just need to cross multiply. We're going to get 7x is equal to 112, and that is going to give us, dividing out, 16 goats. Number 3, a worker at an automobile assembly plant checks new cars for car defects. One of the first 280 cars he checks, 4 have defects. If 10,500 cars will be checked this month, predict the total number of cars that will have defects. So if we look at the number of cars that have some type of defect to the total number of cars, and if we look, we are checking 280 and then predicting, wonder if this number will be checked. The number of defects found in the 280 is 4. So we're going to say that that is 4 out of the 280 that were checked. And that is going to equal, we don't know how many are going to be defective, but we do know that 10,500 will be checked. And so this is the x, the unknown that we're looking for there. And so we're going to take and cross multiply here, and that's going to give us 280x is equal to 42,000. And if I take and divide that out, that is going to be 150, and those will be cars that have defects. Four, 5, and 6, we are just solving proportions, so basic cross multiplication. And then division, and that will divide out to 7.5. With our next one here, we're going to have to use the distributive property. So we're going to take 4 times x plus 4 equal to 2 times x minus 2 when we do the cross multiplication. And that's going to give us 4x plus 16 is equal to 2x minus 4. And then we're going to move the 2x to the other side. That'll give me a 2x. Move the 16 to the other side. That's going to give me a negative 20. And when I divide that out, I'm going to have that x equals negative 10. And then number 6, this 43 is like 43 over 1. So when I cross multiply, I'm going to have 6x equals to 43 times 27, 1,161. And when I divide that out, x is going to be equal to 193.5. All right, so continuing on to number 7. The ratio of the measures of the sides of a triangle is 3 to 4 to 6, and the perimeter is 104. We need to find the measure of each side of the triangle. So if we can picture a triangle here, and the sides of the triangle, the ratio we know is 3x, 4x, and 6x, and we know that the perimeter is 104. So we're going to be able to take 3x plus 4x plus 6x, and that's going to equal 104. And we combine those like terms and divide, and x will equal 8. And so that means now when we go to look at our sides, 3 times x, 3 times 8 will give us 24. Our measurement was feet. 4 times x is 4 times 8, which is 32 feet. And 6 times 8, which is 48 feet. Number 8, find the ratio of the measures of 3 angles is 4, 5, 6, and we're going to find the measure of each angle of the triangle. So if we look at our triangle here, and we know it's 4x, 5x, and 6x, and we know that the sum of the angles of an interior, the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180. We're going to be able to take 4x plus 6x plus 10x is equal to 180. Excuse me, I misspoke there. 4x plus 6x plus 5x. And if we combine those, that gives me 15x equals 180. And that'll be x is equal to 36. And then if we go to look at the angles, I divided that wrong. That is going to be 12. There you go. And if we go to do our angles now, 4 times x, and x is 12, that is going to give us 48 degrees. 6 times x, and x is 12, that is going to give us 72 degrees. And 5 times x, 5 times 12 is going to give us 60 degrees. And there's our answer. I'm going to cut the video right there and pick up the second part of the worksheet in a second video.